Today on New Things, New Tech, let's talk dialogue. When you talk in your videos, do you speak off the cuff and wing it as you go? Or do you write scripts and read those back as a narrative to the camera? Looking at the camera and reading a script at the same time is really hard to do, especially if you're trying to talk directly to your audience. So why not use a teleprompter like this cheap one here? A teleprompter, what's that you ask? Stay tuned and see. Teleprompter. Basically put, it's a screen of dialogue that sits in front of your camera, so when you read your lines, your eyes should be looking at your audience. It's like cue cards, where all of your lines of dialogue are written out to reference in case you forget a line. But you're not always looking at your audience. A teleprompter just helps make it a bit more personal. This is me talking to you. Gaze into my eyes. Listen to my words. You are under my control and will watch every video I make. Subscribe to help make this channel grow. Cool, now that I have your attention, we'll take a look at a teleprompter and some basic uses. There are no hard set rules as to where you should look when you're making your videos. Some believe you don't even look at the camera, but that just seems way too impersonal. If I'm talking over here, I'm not talking to you, I don't even know what you're doing, you don't care what I'm saying, so it's less engaging. If I want to talk directly to you from my screen, then I'd better be looking right at you, right? If I have my dialogue on a screen next to the camera, then you will most likely perceive that I'm not looking at you, that I'm looking elsewhere. I'm reading from over here. And it's not going to be as interesting as to what I'm saying. If I'm needing to work from a script to talk to you, then a teleprompter puts that dialogue right in front of the camera, so that I'm looking right into your big, beautiful eyes. Ooh, look at the color and shape of those eyes, your pupils, the colors, your lashes. Yeah. So here's a very simple teleprompter that I built. In fact, I have 3 of these. They can be used in a variety of ways. This one is designed to sit on top of a mic stand that I can adjust to sit in front of the camera. It's very easy to make and cheap as well. So you really don't have to break the bank to put together a teleprompter. You could go on Amazon and pick up a really nice little cheap one that actually will fit on your phone or actually in front of a camera or whatever else, but those usually cost anywhere from $100 to $400, something along those lines. For very cheap, you could actually do something like I did here. These are actually monitors that we pick up at Goodwill. And you'll notice that the text is backwards on this so that when it actually reflects in the mirror, it's in the correct direction. These you can get for like $5, $10, something like that. They work really well. Just small little monitors to actually put up a display, an old VGA display hooked to a computer you've got laying around. From here, on this, I've got a box, cardboard box that we have a cloth or a shirt on, which I'll show you in just a second here. But it's nothing more than a cardboard box that's been cut to actually have a window. Hello, how are you? And with that, I actually have just a piece of wood here that's nothing more than a painted black piece of wood. Inside here is a frame from Dollar Store. This is an 11 by 14 inch frame with just nothing more, just a piece of glass for $1. You know, wood, next to nothing. I think I found this scrap wood for, you know, laying out in the garbage. On the sides here, I've got some support brackets I've actually put on here just to hold this to the box, make it a little bit more stable. On the inside, I've actually taken similar wood that's on the sides here and put that on the inside just to hold the frame into place. And the frame inside here is actually at a 45-degree angle, and that actually helps the camera be able to look through there without actually seeing what's being projected up onto it from the monitor. So the monitor just sits down here, projects up onto there, comes out, and it's actually reverse image that when you look at it in front of the camera, it's the correct way. On the bottom, I have a block here, and this block has a hole that's actually drilled to fit just the size of a mic stand. So all I have to do is set it right on the mic stand, and it actually fits perfectly and holds really well. The mic stand base itself is actually heavy enough that this is balanced pretty good. Or I could put sandbags on this if I want to. And then I can adjust it to any height I want, so it's actually for either standing or sitting, or whatever I need for the teleprompters. And you could do the same. Now on the back side, You can say there's a hole cut out here where the camera can actually fit into here, the lens can fit into here. Could actually be my phone, could be a camera, video camera, whatever I happen to have to fit into here. This frame really doesn't have to be a cardboard box, it could just be a little bit of a frame. Then what I do is I take an old shirt, like so, and put that across the box. And we use the neck hole right here to set the camera through and wrap that around the camera. That allows any additional, or blocks any additional light that's actually coming in here. And if I really want to, I could actually reach in on the side and make adjustments to the lenses, with the camera being right in the middle here. And I'll show a picture of this one that's actually currently set up here in just a second. And that's really all there is to it. An old black t-shirt works really great for actually blocking out the light and making a nice hood around the camera. An 11 by 14 inch frame works really well to actually reflect what's coming off of the monitor. You see, you can set that right back up on here. And a cheap VGA monitor that's actually used to project up into here, like so. Normally I run the cables out through the back of this, so it's actually balanced a little better. And then I have Velcro to actually tie this down to here so it makes it nice and stable. To set up and use teleprompters, I connect the multiple monitors to a VGA distribution box. You can get them on Amazon for less than $10. VGA cables are a dime a dozen at thrift stores. Sometimes you can find these really heavy-duty long cables like this one. The distribution box can run video up to 30 feet. Connect a VGA output from an old computer, laptop, iPad, or whatever you're using to run the teleprompter software package, and you're good to go. For teleprompter software, there's a few good options out there. I use this one here from Imagery Sense. It's free, open source, and has a lot of great professional options. You can rotate the text any way you want, use the same monitor, project to an external monitor, and flip it around as needed. It's a web-based program that you can run off their site or download a version and run it in-house on a web server of your own or your own external site. I'm running a copy of this one on one of my house machines, and I just browsed to it from this teleprompter computer. But you need to be running a basic web server in PHP in order for it to work. It really is super easy to set up a web server with PHP. Let me know in the comments if I should make a video on how to do this. The editor is a complete in-page word processor and a full HTML text editor. You can make the font any size you want, copy and paste to it, make the text fancy, insert pictures, though I have no idea why you would want pictures in your prompt copy, but you can. It'll prompt on the main connected monitor or an external monitor like I'm using here. I have 3 monitors connected to the VGA distribution amp right now. The prompter style can be the standard white on black, black on white, customized to what you like. It allows you to set a focus area to the top, middle, bottom, or none. I use either the middle or none in most of my work. Over here, you get a word count, which is great for guesstimating the length of your video. While prompting, you can vary the speed using either the keyboard or mouse, and use a spacebar to start and stop. Basically, this is by far one of the best teleprompter software programs I've used. It's either paid for or free. It'll run on a tablet for editing, but it doesn't work well for prompting, as you can't control the speed. There are teleprompter programs you can get for your phone or tablet. Some are voice activated, meaning as you speak they will keep up with you, but can be an issue if you need to back up and start again. So why use a teleprompter? Well, I could memorize my entire script, but that takes a lot of time. I could just keep my face off screen and voice over all my dialogue as well. Or I could just make up my dialogue as I go along, but I might forget to say something to you that I feel is important. So then I'd either have to restart or create a jump cut to get that dialogue in, and I really don't like videos that jump cut every line of dialogue like many YouTubers tend to do, but it's become a creative style. If it's done well, then it's great, but most jump cuts just interrupt the flow in my opinion. I might also have more ums and uhs trying to talk to you. If I retake the shot, then I might not remember what I just said without reviewing the last take. With the teleprompter, I can easily see what I want to say, back up and redo something, and hopefully have a cleaner read. Sure, I could still have jump cuts, ums and uhs, and that's something you'll learn to work with over time. Using a teleprompter can help reduce those and increase the speed at which you read, allow fresh talent that comes in to read cold copy who may not have time to prepare ahead of time. Teleprompters are great for newscasts, interviewing, or just chatting with a number of people as a few examples. A teleprompter could be used for a general outlining of questions, showing you video back while I talk over it for you, warning me of things that the director wants me to know or ask, so there's lots of things that it could work great for. And there's a lot of great reasons for using a teleprompter, and I've only touched on a few here. Sure, they can take away from some of the spontaneity, but I find that these really help my studio, and I'm sure that a teleprompter could be great in creating your videos as well. Thanks for watching New Things, New Tech. I'm Scott Drudge. And we throw in a few jump cuts, maybe, we just talk a little more and keep right on going, who knows.